You're not doing enough. Marcus, you don't get it. Sarah, we were like two ships passing in the night, speaking different languages of pain. The family Mama had built with so much love was starting to crack under the strain. One night, the pressure cooker exploded. A fight over a burnt dinner, of all things, escalated into a storm of accusations and raw, unfiltered grief. Words were thrown like daggers. You're trying to replace her. Sarah screamed, tears streaming down her face. At least I'm trying, I yelled back, my own voice breaking. David just sat at the table, silent, his small shoulders shaking. In that moment, seeing the reflection of our brokenness in his eyes, I saw how far we had drifted. We weren't a family anymore, we were just three strangers living in the same house, haunted by the same ghost. I felt like a complete failure. I had let her down, I had let them all down. That night, I hit rock bottom. I drove aimlessly for hours, the city lights a meaningless smear through my tear-filled eyes. I ended up at the old community center where Mama used to volunteer every weekend. I just sat in the parking lot, the engine off, drowning in the silence. I felt so alone, so utterly defeated. I pulled out my phone and scrolled through old photos, my finger stopping on one of her. She was standing in her garden, hands on her hips, a wide, joyful smile on her face, dirt smudged on her cheek. It was so her, so full of life, and then I heard her voice in my head, as clear as if she were sitting right there beside me. Get back up. Son, it wasn't a command. It was a plea, a reminder. I remembered what she used to do at that center. She started a small reading group for the neighborhood kids, the ones who didn't have many books at home. She'd call it her story garden, telling them that every book was a seed for their imagination. She didn't have much money, but she had time, and she had love. She poured it into those kids, into her community. She turned her own struggles, a single mother, into a source of strength, not for herself, but for others. Her purpose wasn't just raising us, it was lifting everyone around her. In that moment, under the dim glow of a flickering street light, something shifted inside me. The immense weight of my grief didn't disappear, but it changed shape. It was no longer an anchor dragging me to the bottom. It started to feel like a compass. My pain wasn't a punishment, it was a connection. It was the price of a love so profound, and it was a legacy I had a choice to carry. I could let it break me, or I could let it build me into the man she knew I could be. I drove home, a new kind of resolve settling